I'm Debbie Godfrey. Welcome to the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast.
Today's pep talk is on the temperament trait of frustration reaction. On one end of the spectrum is a child who's persistent. On the other end is a child who's easily discouraged or frustrated. So in terms of frustration reaction, if you have a persistent child, this infant patiently waits for milk. Later, she'll practice standing and walking despite the tumbles. As a toddler, she entertains herself by practicing new games and skills repeatedly or with one approach after another. Her inborn motto is, if at first you don't succeed, try and try again. As a preschooler, she gains new skills because she instinctively practices. She patiently works to surmount the hurdles in life. If, on the other hand, your child's on the opposite end of the spectrum, easily discouraged or frustrated, this infant demands milk insistently and is upset if it flows too fast or too slow. As a toddler, he quickly loses interest in his toys or activities that don't work so easily, so he goes from one thing to another. As a preschooler, he throws the blocks that toppled over or won't try the scissors because they didn't cut the paper yesterday. He demands getting help getting dressed because it's too hard to do alone. Your necessary limits make him angry instantly. He loves watching videos because success is guaranteed. So where is your child on the spectrum of in frustration reaction? Is he persistent, or is he easily discouraged or frustrated, or somewhere in the middle? And where are you on the spectrum of frustration reaction? Are you on the persistent end or on the easily discouraged or frustrated end, or somewhere in between? If your child is persistent and you are persistent, both you and your child push through difficulties. When projects don't work at first, you both keep going and see them through. When you have a difference of opinion, you're both naturally inclined to keep looking for solutions. Appreciate this valuable trait that you share. If your child is persistent and you, the parent, are easily discouraged or frustrated, this child will continually wear you down and push you into corners. It's harder for you than for the other parents to enforce necessary rules calmly and repeatedly because you do not like frustration. Pick only one or two rules to teach at a time. Make sure that they're important. That way you'll see results and become less discouraged. Put a check on the calendar each time you enforce a limit. Plan how you might reward yourself when you get 5 or 15 checks. Remind yourself that the harder you work in the beginning to enforce this rule every time, the faster your child will learn. A child who's easily discouraged and frustrated, and a parent who's easily discouraged and frustrated, both you and your child will get upset or back off quickly from frustrating situations. It'll be harder for you than for other parents to be around this needy, demanding child because you yourself become frustrated so quickly. So you want to ask for the help of family, friends, and other parents with children. It's not necessary to do everything alone. Both you and your child can benefit from the care and assistance of other people. Now, if your child's easily discouraged and frustrated, and you, the parent, are persistent, it's hard for you to imagine why your child reacts so differently to frustration than you do. For the child who's easily frustrated, many of life's routine goals lie at the bottom of a 12-foot swimming pool. During the dive to fetch them, their importance vanishes. The need for air suddenly overpowers any earlier commitment to the goal. So she backs off, either discouraged or angry. She needs a patient parent to help her use a long-handled net or to drain the pool. Otherwise, she may stick with goals that float accessibly on the surface and never obtain those on the bottom. So expect your child to back off when the going gets tough. Assume she's going to need help following through. Use your persistence to help her break goals into small, manageable pieces. Be patient and supportive while she learns to manage frustration. So frustration reaction. Where are you? Where's your child? Observe this temperament trait today. Have a great day and happy parenting.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Debbie Godfrey, owner and founder of positiveparenting.com. I hope you'll go and check out my website and follow me on Instagram and let me know about what you thought about today's episode. Did you learn something new? Were you able to do something different with your children? Did you have a success story? Those are my favorite to share. Let me know. Contact me. I'd love to hear from you. And also, what future topics would you be interested in hearing about on the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast? Thank you so much for being here and for all of your support. Take care and happy parenting.